wild semester. If you want a bitch to make you feel like you won an Oscar, come get with me. Welcome back, Jews and Jems, to my channel. This is another story time, and as you can see by the title, it's also a college story time. So if I'm talking weird or funny, or a lot of juice is forming in the corners of my mouth, you know what I'm saying? I do apologize. I really do apologize. It's not my fault. I just got my braces tightened yesterday. And as you can see, I have my rubber bands in right now. So I'll go ahead and apologize in advance, because it's not gonna be, you know, I can't really open my mouth the way I want to open my mouth. I can't really talk the way I really want to talk. But I need to keep wearing these rubber bands so I can hurry up and get about these braces. So yeah, let me get into the smile. I can't wait till these gaps close, because they really shouldn't have took my teeth in the first place. But, you know, the other side real cute. The other side real cute. Yeah. Nevertheless. And this bump is humongous. So, if you're new to my channel, my name is Shaye. I tell crazy ass story times, real ass story times, college story times, real life story times, just happy story times, relationship story times, bitch. And I travel out the motherfucking country every chance I get, bitch. Every chance I get. Yes, ma'am. You're gonna get a little bit of everything on this channel. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get tips, tricks, hacks, this, that, and third. So if you do like my story time, you just go ahead and subscribe, turn the bell on. We're trying to get to 15K. We've been trying to get to 15K since God knows when. You know, just turn your post notifications on, because, you know, YouTube really don't like me that much. So when I post, they don't like to tell my subscribers that I posted. It's real fucked up, but you know, we just rocking, we just roll. And of course, if you really want to get into me, get to know me, catch my lives. I go live here and there, and we talk real shit. So yeah. Let's get into it. This story time is my senior year of college, so 2019. And I'm not 100% sure, but I do think this was my first and only roommate. Well, my first roommate of my senior year. Because if you guys watched my last story time, check it blackout, boom. Yeah, go ahead and watch that one. I told you guys I had like 14, maybe 15 roommates in a course of 3 years. I was only in college for 3 years, you guys. I graduated early. Thank you, college courses in high school. Yes. So in a course of 3 years, I had a total of 15 roommates. And some people are like, that's so hard to believe. Babe, I'm gonna keep giving you these roommate story times, because you guys are really not gonna believe me unless I tell you. This was a roommate story time where it's gonna be a short story, but it's gonna be a petty story. And I was the petty person. Right. So I moved into this room August 2018, because, you know, fall semester. And it was a double private. So for the non-Florida Memorial goers, FLOMO goers, or college people, a double private is a dormitory that has 2 private rooms, which means you guys have one big key that opens the front door, but the key is made to only open your room. So it's a master key from the front door, but it's a singular key for your room. So you walk in, you have a full living room, a kitchen-ish area, there's no refrigerator, a kitchen area, and then you have a private bathroom for your room. I mean, a private bathroom for you guys, and then an additional sink in front of the bathroom. So there's a sink inside the bathroom, and there's a sink out front. And then there's 2 rooms with 2 doors, 2 locks, right? Let's get into it. So this time, since it was my 3rd year, I had been through a lot of bullshit in freshman and sophomore year. I was trying to do it different. I was trying to be like, you know, let me try to use my communication skills. Let me not do the things that I did the first time around. I really don't want to have to keep moving every 2-3 weeks, because I did a lot of that my sophomore year. Yeah, I just didn't want to do all that. So when the young lady came, I was the first person to move in, because I always, if they say move in is July 1st and you could be there by 9 o'clock, bitch, I'm there at 7:55, sitting outside the door, because I want to be able to choose which room looked the best. I'm gonna take furniture in and out from which room. Oh, this chair broke, but that chair ain't broke, but I want this room. Yeah, I'm gonna do all that. So I was there early. I was there first. It was like a day. I'm thinking about it real heavy though. It was like a day before school was supposed to start. She still wasn't there. So I was like, damn, maybe I ain't got a roommate. But I remember my best friend, her girlfriend, was an RA, and she told me I had a roommate. So I'm like, maybe she just gonna come late, because you know, some people, they don't live in Florida, they don't live in Miami area, they're coming from out of state. So maybe she just isn't gonna be here yet, but she gonna be here by the time school starts. And that's exactly what happened. It was like like the day before the semester started, classes was starting like 9 o'clock the next morning, and she was moving in. So I was like, oh shit, okay. So then when she finally settled, her family helped her move and stuff, and I found out she was not from Florida, so she flew in. I kind of like, hey, you know, did like a sit down with her when she finally was settled in her room. I went and knocked on the door. Hey, Miss Girl, Sister Gal. We gonna call her Rainbow. She's not, you know, but we're just gonna call her Rainbow, whatever. We should call her Two-Face, but we'll call her Rainbow. I said, hey, Rainbow, my name is Shaye, and I'm your roommate. This, that, and the third. I'm a junior. Just wanted to know, could we have like a little roommate sit down to establish some rules and boundaries, things that you like, you don't like, all that good stuff, right? So she's like, okay, cool. So Rainbow seemed real chill. Rainbow's like, I'm a senior. This is my last year, and blase suave. I have a boyfriend. He does not live on campus. He doesn't go here, but he's one of the bros, you know what I'm saying? So here and there, like he will occasionally come over and stuff. If the bros have something or there's an event on campus, he probably hang out with them, and you know, here and there he'll be in the room. But I, of course, let you know when he's coming. That was one of her things. She said another thing is, I don't, you know, I'm not really comfortable with, you know, just any old body being in the room. So I'm like, okay, what, define any old body? So she's like, if you have company coming over, please let me know, like say something so I can either leave or go in my room, or make sure I don't also have company, you know? So I'm like, okay, that's not really any old body, but sure, whatever. We talked about dishes. She said she don't like dishes being piled up in the sink. I'm like, okay, well, I will let you know. I'm the type of person, if it's a small dish, like a fork, 2 forks or a spoon, a bowl, I'm not gonna wash that. I know your boundary, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you mine. And mine is, I don't really do stuff like that. I think that's a waste of water, and it's a waste of bleach, because I like to use bleach when I do wash dishes. So knowing that that is something that you don't like, I'll let you know. If it starts to bother you, I'd rather you say something, and I'll just go ahead and wash it. But I like to wait until it's like 2 bowls, a fork, a spoon, like something that's worth a little bit of dishwater. You know, I'm not gonna wash a spoon and a fork. You know, that's just, to me, kind of unsanitary to just clean off with a hot water and a rag. It gives real, you finna catch something type energy. So I'd rather have a pile of dishes in the sink. So she's like, yeah, no, that's not okay with me, but I will let you know if it starts to bother me. And then another thing she was saying, about the bathroom, she doesn't mind splitting. This is where the story is actually the story. So she's like, oh yeah, I'm okay with us sharing, like cleaning up the bathroom. Just make sure if you get out the shower and it's really nasty, just clean it behind yourself. If not, you know, we can always alternate. Like, you know, I'm really particular about the bathroom being clean and shit like that. And I get it, because that's where you do your personal intimate stuff. So I got it good, right? And then another thing she was saying, how do you want to do the toiletries? Do you want to, I'm checking my phone because I'm waiting on somebody to come over. I don't know. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, I'm about to knock the camera over. Listen, my homegirl here, so I'm going to come back with the rest of the story time. Hold on, I'll be back. Yeah. I'm back, and it's like 2 hours later. It's like 2 hours later, y'all. Sorry. We was talking and chit-chatting and planning my birthday trip that's coming up. You know, my birthday's 4 months away. If you want to buy a real bitch a gift, let me know. I'll open a P.O. box. But yeah, let's get back into the story. Where were we at? So I was saying how she had set up her ground rules and her boundaries and things like that. I told her my boundaries. One thing I didn't like, if you have male company or you know male company is coming over, please tell me, because one, I like to walk around how I like to walk around: thongs, t-shirts, big ass shirts, no panties, like no bra. Hell, I do dishes with my titties hanging out. Like, you know, so if you have somebody coming over, whether it's a female or male, just shoot me a quick little text message like, hey, such and such coming over, or such staying the night tonight. So I could be prepared. I could be on my tips and toes, because one of my sophomore roommates, which we'll talk about her probably next or one of these days, she would just bring her dude like over, and like I thought that was so inconsiderate. Like, babes, we not fucking him, so I should be able to know when he's coming over and stuff. So she was like, okay, cool, because she told me she had a boyfriend, therefore I know that he will be coming over, even though we was not co-ed and we did not have co-ed hours. So the least you could do is go ahead and help us out, tell me, so I can be properly dressed, I can make sure I'm not in the mix, and if y'all gonna boom boom boom, let a girl know. So in the beginning, everything was kosher. We ended up agreeing that we would split the responsibilities for the bathroom. That included the tissue. So under the guise of, okay, since I was here first, there's already a roll of tissue in there. We'll just start with my roll. When it's empty, you automatically put more tissue. And we just gonna keep that cycle going, right? So things are going good with the tissue in the bathroom, like 1 month. Not even probably. So I noticed when I put tissue in there, and I used to get the good shit, you know, the cute little, what is it called, with the bears on there, the Bearstein bears, the little thick shit, cottonelle and all that good stuff. I used to get the good stuff, 2-ply, thick old thick rolls. Now mind you, she's a busty girl. She wasn't BBL, not BBL, BBW, but she was thick. She was tall, and she had a lot in the front and the back, you know. I say, you know, kind of slim thick. She really wasn't no big girl. So, which has nothing to do with the size, how much tissue you're gonna need on your front and the back. But it didn't give, you need a whole roll of tissue every time you use the bathroom. So when she would put rolls in, it'll last like 2-3 days. I put a roll in, the roll is gone in 1 day. Like, I put the roll in at 9 o'clock in the morning, by 9 p.m. the tissue gone. So I started getting pissed off, real aggravated, because how is it 2 of us here? Your boyfriend, he come, but he don't really stay the night. Like, it's early in the semester, so your boyfriend not really coming over. My friends never really used the bathroom like that. They did here and there, but for the most part, because I kind of like being with my friends, we would be at their dorm. Like, so, you know, a lot of times I would still end up using the bathroom in Robinson. So I'm just like, it's not making the math, not mathing to me, how we flying through this tissue like this. Like, why are we going through 5 rolls in 2 days? Like, it's chaotic, it's aggravating. So I tried to, like, okay, let me see, like, let me start being in a room more to see what's tea. Because, like, how often is she in this room? Now, mind you, I had a whole class with this girl. So I'm just like, if I'm in class at 3:45 and you in class at 3:45, well, who the fuck is in the room stealing the tissue? Like, it was getting to me. It was getting to me real bad. Because, mind you, I'm buying this tissue out of my own pocket. And I was broke. So it's like, bro, we flying through a pack of tissue. Flying through that bitch. So I just started feeling like, I gotta read that. Somebody wrote something in our Telegram group. But I just like, what's up, bro? I'm getting pissed. I'm literally getting pissed because I'm like, it literally does not make no sense. I grew up in a household where it was 4, I almost said 3. Wait, was it 3 turning to 4 females? And we still didn't roll through a whole roll of tissue in one day. A week? Yeah. A day? Hell no. Now, if somebody was on a cycle, we could probably fly through it in 2 days. But this is too much. This is really pissing me off. So then I started to say, you know what I'm gonna do? Instead of me hanging out with my friends in their room, we're gonna start hanging out in my room. And I told my best friend, I said, best friend, it's really like starting to get on my nerves. We just started this agreement and it's already feels like, damn. So we would hang out in my room, right? Now y'all remember, they over here dropping all this stuff in the group chat. Y'all gotta remember, the walls in the new buildings are very, very thin. And I told y'all, since the first time that I moved into the new buildings, I always put my bed against the wall. Always. Like, always. So one day, me and our best friend, we ended up chilling, and then we hear Rainbow and another person come in. Now, mind you, Rainbow also had a best friend who went to Flomo. So, and I had a class with her as well. I actually had a class before that year with her as well, but I just never really talked to her. She, wasn't really in my circle of friends, and she also was an AKA. So, it like, I was a GDI. So we really just didn't run in the same circle and shit like that. So, anyways, girl, let me tell you, right? So we in the room, we sit with, they must didn't know, and this is the thing that I learned about people. When they think you're not around, they talk real big shit. So I had some dishes in the sink, and I guess maybe some flies had came in or was around. I don't really know, but it really was not a lot of dishes. But I guess she went in the living room or the kitchen, it was stank. So they was in a room and they was talking. She was like, girl, she like pissing me off because it's some motherfucking stank in the kitchen. It's flies and shit. She don't want to wash her dishes. She don't know I'm in the room. Oh, she don't know I'm in the room. Like, mind you, we had a whole conversation. And I said, if it's stank or you're irritated and you want like me to wash my dishes, please let me know. Now, I could have been a bitch and said, if this stank is nasty, wash my dishes for me, mutt. You know what I'm saying? I could have been real, like, not understanding about it. But I was like, because the way I grew up, my mom used to try to make us wash dishes every day. I'm not finna do that to myself. I wash dishes every day as a kid, as a teenager, as a preteen, as an adolescent. I started washing dishes at the age of 5. I'm not finna keep washing dishes every motherfucking day. I'm an adult now. And if I don't have to wash the dishes because I don't feel like it's enough dishes, I'm not gonna wash the dishes. But if it's getting on your nerves, as my roommate, I'll be respectful and go ahead and wash the dishes. Now, mind you, I never really had a lot of dishes ever because, first of all, I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the CAF, the SAG, or the gym cafeteria. And then my senior year, y'all know I was dealing with the dude, micro penis, who used to take me to get breakfast every day. So the most I probably would eat is like, I would have a bowl. I really believe she just was being nitpicky. I had like a spoon and a knife, or a fork and a knife in a fucking bowl, bitch, and maybe a cup. That's it. Like, it was never giving, this bitch came in here and cooked enough all these dishes. It never gave that. So I feel like she was being real dramatic and OCD when she wasn't clean. So she just running off at the mouth with her best friend, and they cracking the fuck up. So I'm like, best friend, do you hear what I'm hearing? She's like, yeah, that's crazy. So mind you now, while they sitting there kiki and talking and stuff, she's talking shit. Like, did you see the type of tissue she be buying and stuff like that? So I'm like, oh my gosh, she really running off at the mouth. Oh, I got a trick for that ass. So, mind you, we sit in the room. Now we just eavesdropping at this point. Because I really want to know what you got to say for real. Because you older than me, Miss Mamas, and you can't even be real enough to knock on my motherfucking door right next to me and say, hey, Miss Shaye, can you please go wash your dishes? Miss Shaye, I don't really like the tissue that you buying. You know what I'm saying? Just be a grown-up about it. So I said, okay. Now, mind you, in between the time that she and her best friend, Rainbow and her best friend, are in the room, her best friend done went to use the bathroom like 2-3 times. Then her boyfriend come over. Girl, they had a whole ball one day. Like, I came home, she ain't never text me and say, hey, I have a company. I come over, she got her speaker blasting. They in the living room drinking, hanging, playing card games. Like, just living it up. Like, it's 4th of July in the fucking living room. And I'm just like, I could have swore we said if one person would have company, we gonna at least send a text message. You got my number, I got your number. Now, you text me for other bullshit. And you been texting me when you're gonna bring your boyfriend over, but you can't text me and say I'm gonna have a little cute gathering in the living room. It was a lot of shit that just pissed me off and made me stop being civil with her, because I wanted to be the adult in the situation, but I had to realize I'm the child because she's older than me. And I had tried to take the high road in the previous situations with other roommates and like not say nothing and try to be cordial and try to be respectful. It never worked, right? So this time I said, oh no, fuck you, pussy ass. So time to be petty. Yeah. So after that point, I completely disrespected all her boundaries. And I'm putting it on the table. I completely disrespected all her boundaries. Baby, I left dishes as long as I wanted to leave dishes. Yes, I did. If I wasn't standing, I didn't give a fuck. I left dishes for 2 weeks if I wanted to. I left dishes for 2 months if I wanted to. I didn't care no more. If I had a nigga come home, I did not say nothing. If I was having somebody boop it or boop me, I ain't say nothing. I ain't send no text. When my friends want to come hang out, oh baby, I ain't say nothing. I just let my friends come over. Come over. The whole step team. Come on. We could practice in my room. Yeah, real disrespectful energy, because I feel like, first of all, bitch, you're talking about behind my back to your best friend. You think you're funny, but you're really not. And then on top of that, you have all these people coming over here. You're not telling me this didn't happen once. This happened twice where she invited like 4 or 5 people. It's just a kickback at this point. And you blasting music for a long into the night. Like, it's not Thursday going into Friday. It's not Friday going into Saturday. It's not even Saturday going into Sunday. Bitch, it's a regular weeknight. Y'all sitting here drinking, hanging, all type of bullshit. So now I'm gonna be real disrespectful. And then, oh, you don't like the tissue that I'm buying? Mind you, I'm spending $5, $6, $10 on a pack of tissue at least 2 times, 3 times a month, because you're flying through the fucking tissue because you got your friends, your homies, all these people I didn't realize you were having over here throughout the day, blasting music, hanging out. Now I realize why the tissue was flying so fast. So I told my best friend, I said, I'm done buying tissue. I'm not finna address it with her no more. I'm not finna say nothing no more. I'm not gonna spend my money, personal money, on buying tissue anymore. So this is what I started doing, y'all. Did I tell y'all I was petty? Cause I'm petty. Listen, y'all, I would go to the cafe and eat lunch. Best friend, let's go to the bathroom. Or best friend, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. And them big ass school rolls, tissue, 1 ply. I don't even think it was 1 ply, bitch. I think it was half of a ply. Shit so thin you can see eyeball through it. Like that tissue, the big bulky roll they put on there, and they normally have like the two big old sides. I'm gonna try to find a picture and insert it. And the tissue so fucking thin. Girl, I started being petty. I would steal a roll of that. Yes, I did. I would steal a roll of that because one of my friends had showed me how you can open it without a key by using your room key. It's crazy, right? So I was able to start unlocking it, and I would just steal a roll or 2 out of there. And when it was my turn to replace the tissue, I just started putting that big ass shit on there. Because since this is a community room, clearly we're staying in Robinson again. you got all your bitches in here using our tissue. Oh, we let's get it crack-a-lackin'. We using school tissue. Oh yeah. I very much did do that on purpose because I'm petty like that. And I think people don't realize how petty I can be. But I can get real petty. So, yes, I did. I did that like 3 times, y'all. I did that 3. And she was pissed. She was pissed. Here we are, another day. Her Rainbow and her best friend in the room. I'm in the room on the bed on my phone. And they just talking, right? Girl, why the fuck she breaking that tissue? They cracking up. They cracking. Mind you, I'm cracking up because I know I'm doing it on purpose. Like, I'm doing it on purpose because, bitch, you're trying me. I'm going to make you come to me and say you don't want to use my tissue no more. Because I'm not gonna be I'm tired of being a bigger person. You're gonna come to me and tell me you don't want to use my tissue no more. I'm not gonna keep playing this, oh, I'm gonna let you talk about me, and I'm gonna come and address it. Now I'm the bully, I'm the bad guy, I'm the antagonizer. I'm just gonna do stuff that makes you mad and makes you wanna break off the agreement. Or move out. Simple as that. So, girl, they sitting there talking mad shit. I can't believe she's stealing the tissue out the... Yep. And y'all still went in that motherfucking bathroom, wiped your ass with it. Yes, she did. And I didn't give a fuck. So then, finally, one day, she came to the door. Hey, Shaye, can I talk to you real quick? I'm like, what's up? What's going on? So, you know, I just think it's best that we, you know, we don't have to do the tissue back and forth thing. It's cool. The tissue that you have, it be really like hurting me down there. So I am just gonna buy my own tissue and use my own tissue, and then you could buy your own tissue and use your own tissue. I just don't think that I want to keep doing it back and forth. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Close the door. Oh, boom, gotcha. I ain't still no more tissue after that. Now, did I want to because it had got fun and got convenient and free? Yeah, I did. But I only did it because I wanted her to stop using my tissue. Because I feel like you were disrespecting me while still using my stuff. And two, talking about the quality of something I spent a lot of money on. But yeah, your friends are using it as well. So it couldn't be that trash because you got your whole friend group using my tissue. Okay, so that's really situation number one. And then two, first of all, she didn't even have no car. She wasn't from here, so I get why she didn't come with a car. But she needed me for a ride, and her best friend, baby, I scared the living hell out of them. Nicki Minaj Queen album had just dropped, so I'm blasting it. And I had a silver Corolla at the time because I had traded my car in. My other Toyota, I had traded it in, but Toyota pissed me off because they told me the deal was sealed and it wasn't, so I ended up giving that car back and got my Matrix back. But in the meantime, when I had my Corolla, girl, it was like, oh, my boyfriend, he's stuck at work, but we really need to go somewhere. I can't remember where I took them. And I thought, okay, come on, that's fine. Didn't charge them no gas, didn't say nothing. Mind you, I knew they had already been talking about me because this is after the tissue event. I took them. I didn't say nothing. I blast my music. I sung my songs. One thing about me, I'm not going to stop being myself around people because I don't know how they're going to feel about it. I'm not going to do that. I don't care if I'm in a grocery store. I don't care if I'm in a gym. I don't care. I'm at the doctor's office. I'm going to be me and sing my songs and blast my music and act how I act around any motherfucking body. I do not care, baby. So I had my Queen album on. Just flew in from Miami. LLC. Yep, baby. I'm singing my Nicki Minaj. I am blasting my Nicki Minaj shit through the roof, driving crazy. I knew they were scared. But I wanted them to shit on themselves. Cause stop playing me. Now, bitch, you'll never ask me for another ride. Cause you're afraid for your life. She grabbed that little fake invisible steering wheel so hard in the passenger seat. Ask somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. Yeah, but I'm gonna give you this ride. And make you not want to get another ride. Cause I'm petty like that. Yeah. Then she stopped telling me her boyfriend was coming over, so it'd be like late, and then I go out to go use the bathroom. He in the kitchen. Bitch, do you want me to take your nigga? Because at this point, like, why would you do that? Because you know I don't really wear a lot of clothes around the house. I mean, around the dorm. I'm coming out the room trying to go to use the bathroom in a thong and a tank top. Or shit, like a bra. Like, and back then a bitch used to be a slim little tenderoni hoe. Stop playing with me. If you went to flow mode, you knew this body was killing. I mean, it still eats down now, but I ain't got a flat stomach no more. But you know, back when I was a hot little tenderoni 2021, body was giving. The hips was fully formed, and the stomach was on snatch. Titties was sitting up. Baby, I could take anybody man. And that's why them hoes ain't like to be my friend, because, baby, I could take anybody man. Let's keep it funky fresh. So So I'm like, did she want me to take him in? Like, I don't get it. Mind you, her man is one of the bruhs. And at that time, I had a couple of bruhs on my hook. Okay? I had them about to throw the arm up for me. You feel me? I had a little situation on. And I was talking to one of the bruhs too. A friend turned, you know what I'm saying? And so, cool, whatever. She got a bruh. I got a bruh. I don't really feel like no type of way. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt like the least you could do is just tell me he coming. So because I realized the bitch was gonna not tell me he was coming, now we into spring semester. By this time, y'all, I was a hoe. I was over it because I realized this is my last semester. Because spring, okay, the end of fall semester, we have to do an assessment, like a sit down with our advisors, our college advisors, who also happen to be my professor. And he was telling me, oh, you only have, after spring, you only need 3 more classes. And those 3 classes you can take over the summer because we offer those for summer A and B. So he was like, you can go ahead and be a graduate. This will be your senior year instead of your second semester junior year. I was like, let's do that. Because I ain't want no more student loans. So, cool, right? I knew this was my last summer at Flomo, so I had to show the fuck out. Bitch, I'm taking your man, your man, your man, your hoe, your bitch, your nigga. Baby, I'm taking them all, baby. I'm taking them all. So, yeah. I used to get knocked down by my friend turned buddy. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was a real wild semester. It was a real wild semester. So, I'm not even joking, y'all. I was turned real bad. So, this is the same semester, y'all. I met the celebrity on the beach during spring break. And we start boom, 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 booming, right? And I remember y'all told y'all that he took me back to his hotel and we was getting in. We was doing a little front, back, and the middle action. And then his homeboys ended up coming back from the club and we went out to the other room that they had and was out on the balcony going boom, bow, boom, bow, boom, bow. And then like it was like 2, 3 something in the morning and he was like, I really don't want to leave you. But my homeboy's here, but I really ain't trying to leave you. Can I come back to your dorm? And I was like, yeah, but I'm gonna have to sneak you in. Y'all remember that story time? Go watch it. Yeah. And I snuck him in. This is the roommate that I told y'all we was real loud. Cause first of all, if you seen the body was giving. The body was giving. Like he works out every day. And his body still looks like that to this day. And the fact that he has a baby now just disgusts me. Because I can't believe you would go have a baby with somebody else when you could have the baby with me. But nevertheless, you know, it wasn't my time, Jesus. So, we go back to the room. We try to be quiet. I got the TV on just a little bit. The TV kind of loud, but I guess it wasn't louder than us because y'all got to remember Flomo rooms is so fucking thin. You can hear everything. And then on top of that, y'all know I'm a loud little rowdy one. I done told y'all in every story time what we talk about. I be screaming and hollering. To this day, I be screaming and hollering. I started at 16 and I'm 24 and baby, I be hollering. Baby, if you want a bitch to make you feel like you won an Oscar, come get with me. Because I'm telling you, I be screaming. And I'm not finna be ashamed of it. The Lord gave me vocal cords for a reason. So I'm in that bitch. He tearing me up. I'm talking about baby, to the baby's born. To the baby's born. Baby, I'm talking about it's 5 o'clock in the morning and we is killing it. The bed hitting the wall. The bed hitting because my bed was on the window. It's hitting the motherfucking blinds, doing that little, that noise. Oh, I was showing the fuck out. I ain't even give a fuck if she was in the room or not. I honest to God, I didn't. I just did not give a fuck. Because when I'm gonna get to fuck him again? I ain't know I was gonna get to fuck him again in this year. But, you know what I'm saying? So we tearing it up. Like, we went, I don't know how many rounds I went with this man. baby, I get a text message because I had my music playing. I tried to really muffle us as best as I could. And our room was across from the elevator. So I tried to muffle us as best as I could. But I got a text message. She was like, hey, could you keep it down just a little bit over there? And I was like, turn the TV up, babe. And we tried to keep it down a little bit. I don't really know if that worked. Because she ended up knocking on the wall. And we still ain't stopped. And I didn't feel bad. Because you done talk shit about me. You done ask me for a ride and give me no gas money. You done talk shit about me some more. Talk about my tissue. Talk behind my back. Disrespect my boundaries. I just didn't care no more. And what were you gonna do? Beat my ass? No, because she didn't. She never fought me. She never confronted me. She never said nothing. She sent that cute little text message about, can I keep it down? I tried to keep it down. It didn't really turn down. You're not on the wall, and I still continue fucking. In the morning, I said, come on, babe, let's go. Took him back to his hotel, left. Y'all know how the story goes if you watch the story time. But we linked again the next year. But she was no longer my roommate. And then she was online. See, she kind of, her attitude and demeanor towards me changed. Because she thought I was stupid, but I went to that same school with her. So she was real loosey-goosey, acting crazy, throwing parties at fucking 9 o'clock at night on a Tuesday, like, you know, having hella people over. She went from doing that to nobody ever seen her. She wasn't really talking no more. It wasn't no more parties on no nights. And I figured, oh, she's online. Like, it's just something about, if you ever been in the HBCU and college, you can tell when the bitch is online. You could tell, because my last roommate, she was online halfway, like the spring semester of me being her roommate, and I knew exactly when she was online because her whole demeanor changed. Like, I was online my freshman year, so I know how the shit go. So when she stopped being rude, she was real quiet. Her boyfriend wasn't coming over like that no more, and I was like, best friend, she online. Best friend, she online. She was like, no, she's not online. She's not. I said, no, she's online. How do you know? I can tell. First of all, they just had an interest meeting or whatever they like to call it. I can't remember. They just had one of those like 2-3 weeks ago. And I know they got to do an application, turn in a certain amount of money by a certain time and all that type of stuff. And then they have like, because mind you, my other friend who we got snatched off of, my other roommate, she was online the year before. And she told me everything. So I know how this shit goes. She told me everything they did, everything they made them do, all type of stuff, right? So I really had the tea. So I knew, like, it was like a waiting period, about 2 to 3 weeks after they had the interest meeting of when they actually start. And 3 weeks prior, they had the interest meeting. And I could tell she wanted to be a triangle girl. I could tell she wanted to be one of those because she just gave real triangle energy, real mean girl, because a lot of triangle girls be mean girls and not like the sassy mean girls, the bitchy mean girls. And she gonna fit right the fuck in. So yeah, my smart ass, 6 to 8 weeks later, we are at probate, and boom. And I'm like, what if my roommate at? I said, oh, she's getting ready for her probate because I ain't seen her all day. I ain't seen this bitch all day. I ain't heard from her. She got up at the crack of dawn. She ain't been back in the room. She didn't show up for class. So I knew before she even walked out with the girls with her mask, I knew it was her. So I was like, you know, I made videos, recorded and everything. I'm a good roommate. I never sent them to her though. I was supposed to send it to her, but I was just like, never mind, don't feel like it. Because I'm pretty sure 100,000 other people sent her pictures and videos of herself that night. And then when she left, when the semester was over with and graduation happened, because, you know, I was doing fall, spring, and summer, I didn't have to leave when everybody else left. So I was there for graduation. And then I was still there until summer. And y'all know how that went because I told my summer roommate story time already. But, yeah, she was real after the fact. After she crossed, she was real out of the room. She was never in the room no more. She was always at practice. She was with the girls. She was out on campus, her energy had shifted. She was not even the same person no more. And so I was like, look, thank God for the triangles, because she became real motherfucking sweet, real motherfucking. I gotta act right. They dressing alike every day. Girl, it was a lot. It was like a whole change in energy. When she finally moved out that last day, she didn't say bye. She didn't say nothing. She packed her things and she left. And I had the room all to myself. And I was just like, I get used to this. And I look at me, my own 2-bedroom apartment, and I can get used to this. So yeah, it was never no, she never confronted me. It was never no beef. Like every roommate I fell out with, it was never no official falling out with, and it was never no fight. I only got into it with one roommate. So yeah, girl, that is writing in this Telegram group. I got to skedaddle. Cause what is y'all talking about in the group, girl? What does it say? Let me hurry and get off this this video. But that's it for this story time. I really don't know what story time I want to give y'all next. Maybe, I don't know. I really want to give y'all my hurricane weird ass roommate story time, but I'm trying to remember how everything happened because it was so freaking weird. I can't really explain that one that well, but maybe my freshman roommates, we can talk about that, introduce them. I'm not sure, or I don't know what, but I do want to get into all my roommates, because when I say all my, yeah, all my, yeah. But yeah, so I love this one. This was really fun. It was really refreshing to get back into these memories. But like I always say, until next time, Jews and Jems, peace. Okay. I gotta start dressing a little bit more cute, because I just be like dressing, and I think that's why my videos don't be blown up, because they be wanting the bitch to be like real dressed up, real cute, real glam. I ain't got no necklace, no earrings, my lashes ain't done, eyebrows was done, but I don't like the way the lady did my eyebrows. And I think that's why I'm not really popping, because I'm not really giving cute rich bitch aesthetic. I like to give natural girl aesthetic, like real into the way God made me type energy. And bitches don't like that. I see bitches don't like that for real. So